you down on the ground where all of the little kids are learning. You find my discipline a bit concerning, but if you thought that I gave a damn, you got me confused with a different person. Scoring goals like LeCavalier and Tampa Bay, and throwing bows like Wazzo and KOTD. Yeah, it's a special du jour, and these styles are fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer. It's a special du jour, and this shit here is pure.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a special du jour, and these styles are fewer and fewer.
You know what it is.
King of the Dot, Vancouver. Put your money where your mouth is. Vancouver, please make some noise. Yeah. What's up? I'm your host, Sparka, stack of chips, pumping lips, about to get into a crazy ground zero battle. First, I got a co-host with me.
Willie B, stacking Pringles and rapping for singles. Worked hard on that. Shout out to our sponsors, Caribou Brewing, the homie Copacetic. You're gonna see his battle in the beginning, and Effin' Apparel. Let's go.
All right, let's get it. Grab to my right, introduce yourself.
It's Stevie motherfucking P. I'm ill with it. Your mom's bad as fuck, but I still hate it. You wanna know why? Because it makes me feel like a big man!
Grab to my left, introduce yourself.
Apos, pure venom. Your dad tried to rape me, but I'll still have a beer with him. Let bygones be bygones!
All right, guys, flip your coin. Apos won the coin toss. That's GVP whenever he's ready. Everyone, please keep it down.
Shut the fuck up in the bathroom. Y'all want to see Apos take a great loss? Great, watch. You're the shittiest of flavors. Great pop. You got the time of day, but you're worthless like a fake watch. It's a cakewalk. You beating me ain't gonna happen like Michael J. Fox drawing a slightly straight box. And I hate cops, but if you try robbing me, you gonna see this guy take shots like Mike Brown when he jaywalks. And me and Apos used to be homies. You would see us at times in each other's corner. I'd be in his and he'd be in mine. We had the opportunity to battle, but it never happened because I thought he had a spine and he didn't want to leech off my shine. Then my phone rang. It was Willie B on the line. He said, your boy Apos, he's a fucking sheep in disguise. I said, good. Set it up, look him deep in his eyes and tell him this battle's gonna be his demise. I came for war. Geronimo. There's a lot of things you ought to know. I keep the finish pretty like a redeemed robotic goal. If you looking past this leprechaun, you ain't gonna find a pot of gold. Just accepting a battle with Apos makes people not want to be around you like you had the common cold. Which I have right now. You think this battle's gonna get views?
No.
I doubt it. Any dope lines in this battle? I wrote it. Battling Apos is like fucking a fat chick. Sure, you'll do it, but you don't tell your friends about it. I brought bars. What, you thought I was gonna bring jokes like this bitch is decent? Who am I kidding? You're getting that fucking ellipsis treatment. You got a tiny fucking witch doctor head. It's shrunk in size. There's 100 lines under your sunken eyes. If you quit drugs, I am some surprise. You look like you did meth till you fucking died. Or juggled 5 rusty knives and missed your catch a dozen times. Ironically, all that fucking rhymes with I stuck my nuts inside his woman's thunder thighs. But we'll save that for another time. Round 2, Rose MacArthur fucking died.
Let's go. It's on Apos.
Let me start off by saying I love you, Van City. Piece of Sparka, Willie, and the rest of the crew. But I'm not gonna act like he's a person I don't respect. Because I do. So I'm not here to get disrespectful or do what you expect me to do. Steven, I'm just here to put a couple things in perspective for you. So what? I'm supposed to stand here and just rip who Steven is? Like what? How he's raising some kid that ain't even his? Or like what? How after this he's gonna grab his bags and hurry and dash by 12:30 so his broke ass can make the last SkyTrain back to his crack shack in Surrey? I wouldn't say those things, Stephen. Don't worry. See, that's exactly what I don't want to do. Get up here and make a bunch of jokes in front of you, but you've choked in every battle and it's left you with no views. If your resume could speak for itself, it would probably choke too. I mean, your last battle came out on the PY channel. Your numbers are perishing. You actually went from main page to ground zero to prove yourself. That's fucking embarrassing. But that's when I realized we got a problem here, son. This ain't high stakes. It's just a midlife crisis from a bottom tier bump, right? So you got a likable vibe, but the fact that is obvious is you never understood what it took to capture the audience. I mean, you know you're at a point where you need to retire when the two highlights of your career are media fire and then beat by Aspire. Are you just rapping bears, Steven? Come on, what the fuck are you doing? If you've ever downloaded a Stevie P album, you suck as a human. Homie, I'm saying that you've been so washed up and unrespectable for years, even Bill Cosby has a better chance of resurrecting a career.
Rosa's pussy's dry as hell. You could grow a cactus in there, and her fucking muff looks like half of a beard. It's actually weird. And her fucking muff looks like half of a beard. It's actually weird. When she opens her legs, it looks like Dumbo if he's flapping his ears. This is something you should actually fear. If she asks you to go to the fridge and pass her a beer, you could slip and fall in that gaping vortex and disappear for like half of a year. Long story short, that vagina is giant. You work at a homeless shelter. Where the fuck did you find it? Is she one of your clients? You can't even make sure your own life is right. How the fuck is this guy giving life advice? He'd be like, oh, if I were you, I'd fail at everything I tried in life and attempt suicide twice a night. You fucking weirdo. You're in love with your cousin. You're always rubbing and touching, hugging and clutching, tugging and munching, tugging and punching her fucking bum. It's disgusting. It's ugly and crusting. It's puffing and pudging. That fucking thing is like sucking an onion. I'm ill with it. Normally I would still hit it, but that is not something I'm fucking. Put a gun to my head, it still isn't an option. That pussy's crispier than Christopher Walken's if he's stiff in a coffin. It's sick and it's toxic. Penicillin won't even stop it. One whiff of that ungodly mist and you're sitting unconscious. You can proceed to hit it with caution. But I hope you have some vinegar on your Christmas list when you're shopping, because that bitch got more yeast in her box than a fucking bakery in the middle of Boston.
Talk to her.
But enough about that evil whore. Apos is knocking on the Reaper's door. Round 3, it's back to him, and I'm gonna tell the people how you need to eat some more. Even though that looks like it's been what you've been doing this past couple years, because you're getting fat.
That's time. Make some more.
Yeah, that's great. Y'all heard Stevie P's new slogan? It's Stevie P. Your mom's fat as fuck, but I'd still hit it. Makes me feel like a big. But you don't have the Hobbit wisdom of ellipsis or Pterodactyl's wingspan. You're more of a nuisance than nuisance. But you're both wide and seen as a mess, sitting deep in the abyss. Like, remember when we battled DDSS? He's depressed. Convinced at one time he was the best. But it's like ever since Dan said, you are not a smart guy, you got swept to the bench. Now we see him at events, he barely receives a high round. And the rest of us make this face when we see the guy he's around. It's like, homie. Okay, homie. You greasy fucking ape. How you expect to be not called a faggot? I asked him what was up between him and Jay Bly, and he was like, shh, it's complicated. See, those Scotians gas you up, but I think your friends are fucked, because everyone knows I'll leave this ring bloody. We can call that the revenge of Guck.
One syllable!
Whoa. You think I'm fucking kidding, homie? You think I'm fucking kidding? Now I know what he's thinking. How could this happen to me? Because I'm a savage beast, so grab a leash. Let's go walk over here. Apos, 2 syllables. Stevie P. Yeah, too difficult. Remember when that girl ripped your foreskin and you missed a week? Let me bring it back. Do you remember when that girl ripped your foreskin and you missed a week of work? Well, you should stop fucking 12-year-olds, because I bet that really hurts. I'm not saying that he's a predator. I'm just saying that this dude is like one bad day away from tucking his sack back and wearing a skin suit. Without the race. Yucky!
It's time! Round 3 on Stevie, keep it down.
He talks about my foreskin. But yeah, that was something I figured before. She wasn't 12. You're just mad that my cock's bigger than yours. You're on that 125-pound I puke after 8 bulimic tip. Someone feed him quick. Get him the deepest dish pizza with meat that's thick. Pitas with beef and dip. Maybe an Aretha Franklin eating tip. Accompanied with a Rita McNeil-sized cheesy stick. Eat a dick. Trust me, there is not a meal you need to skip. You're a piece of shit. You're scrawny, fat. Your body mass is less than when Gandhi fast. You're an insomniac that pays for Pilates class by stealing quarters from the laundromat. But on top of that, you look like you haven't eaten in weeks. You may just need some grated cheese, bacon grease. You may just need some grated cheese, bacon grease, grapes with seeds, 83 cakes and treats. Wait, I've been saving these. Taters, beets, raisins, beets, steak that bleeds, and some Asian steamed tomato leaves. So don't even act like you're extraordinary. You ain't even sort of scary. Since when did little orphan Annie finally get a fucking normal family? I was gonna write a big man back. Shit, they probably all expect me to. Then I realized, of course I feel like a big man when I'm standing next to you. You lack weight, you're next to lose. Since a kid you never grew, but don't worry, Apos. I looked that way too. When I was 11, dude. Fuck wordplay and metaphors. I'm up here giving people interventions, picking out their inner imperfections. As a kid, I bet you get neglected and you've never been accepted. That's why he is aggressive and never hitting it off. So after the god body's pigsty, throw him this way so I can finish him off.
Next time, next time. Last round.
That shit was boring. Yeah. Now last year I got in trouble with the general public. I made some jokes about breast cancer and it's a sensitive subject. Hey, I've moved on. There's just some things I won't say for shock. So I'm not going to say that you have fetal alcohol syndrome. I'm just saying that it would explain a lot. Like, you have an abnormal sized head, and that mouth is grimacing. Simple jobs are this close to finishing. You can't seem to focus on anything. And then the guy has one beer and he turns into an all-out chump. I'm just wondering how such a stand-up guy could be such a fall-down drunk. Both your kids have speech impediments. Let's start from the surface. One has a lisp and the other can't pronounce R's when he's nervous. Even your wife has a lazy eye, and that's a strange load to bear if she's giving you head, and one eye's on you, and the other's way
Hey!
Yeah. But he still thinks rap is going to make his life turn around. Spending all this money on low-budget videos, and how's that working out? You ever been to a Stevie P show? It's hideous. The shit's crickets. How do you expect to feed two autistic kids of $40 and some drink tickets? Ridiculous. Homie, I hate to be questioning your manhood, but your kids are the reason why we get them to bring canned goods. You're a fucking deadbeat. There ain't nothing left to prove, homie. We can go pound for pound, like, don't forget the food, homie! Yeah, I'll leave your family flawed when I reach in with the hand of God and turn your girl Samantha Bob into Amanda Todd. Yeah. I will punch your wife. I'll punch your kids too. Hella nutty. I don't care if the PG-13. These hands are rated E for everybody. So this ain't the end of an era. You out of your element. Homie, you haven't been relevant since Manic was president. So sit down, Shrek. And thanks for giving me this guy. Fuck you. Time to crack a beer and watch Little G and Pigsty.
King of the Dog Vancouver, please make some noise! Instead of a high ground zero battle, the winner of the battle is Apos. Yeah!